Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Otsego City Council meeting. Tonight is Monday, January 13th. Audra, can you have the record show that our city attorney, is he online, Adam, or?
Yes.
Okay, our city attorney is online. Our city planner is present, our city engineer present, along with Councilmember Dunlap, Councilmember Katie, Councilmember Tanner, and Councilmember Lunn, and our city administrator. So at this time, I'll ask you all to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first item of business this evening is swearing in of the mayor and our council members. So we'll ask everyone to go down and then our city clerk will do the swearing in. So. Okay. I'll stand. Okay. And I'd like here's a copy. Okay. I'd like you to start raising your hand and repeat after me. Okay. I state your name. I, Jessica Stockamp,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the mayor
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the mayor
for the city of the state of Minnesota
for the city of Otsego, the state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And also raise your hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michelle Lund,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the state of Minnesota,
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of city
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the city council
for the city of Otsego, the state of Minnesota,
for the city of Otsego, the state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you.
If you can see.
I have to read that. I might have to get my glasses on.
Or you can repeat.
Okay, we'll try.
Okay, raise your hand and repeat after me.
I, Corey Tanner,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
solemnly swear I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of city council
that I will discharge faithfully the duties of City Council
for the city of Otsego, the state of Minnesota,
for the City of Otsego, State of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. You go first. You go first, Mike. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Come.
Yeah. Well, remember this time it's like. There we go. And then we'll pick up both one with, board members at the end of council. That sound good? Sounds good.
I got it. It's easier.
All right. Well, congratulations to our newest council members. Look forward to working with you.
Me too.
Thank you. All right, our first item of business this evening is our open forum. This is the portion of the meeting where you can come to the podium, state your name and address, and limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Would anyone like to speak at this time? You can raise it if you need to.
Podium.
The podium actually raises.
Oh, that's right. It's been a while.
Right hand.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and Council. My name is Tom Darkenwald, 7653 Quad A Avenue, Otsego. First, I want to thank the other council members, Moore and Dahl, who have served this city. A service in making Otsego a better place for people and families to live. Second, I want to congratulate Mayor Stockham, Councilmember Tanner, and Councilmember Lund. Serving this community for nearly 2 decades, an honor and privilege for myself. During that time, I learned some valuable lessons. 1, conflict or argument is okay, as long as you listen and ask questions. 2, you will never make everyone happy. 3, knowledge leads to understanding, and understanding leads to wisdom. I pray you all garner the knowledge and understanding to make wise choices for our city and community, even when those decisions may not be popular to some. Godspeed.
Thanks,
you.
Tom.
Thank you.
All right. Any other comments for open forum? All right, we will close forum and move on to item 3 to consider our agenda for approval. Adam, do you have anything that you'd like to add or delete?
Mayor, nothing from me.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to add or delete? Otherwise, a motion would be in order. It's probably going to happen on our right side tonight or on my right side.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve the agenda as written.
Second.
Okay, motion by Ryan, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to item 4 is our consent agenda. A motion would be in order.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Ryan.
I move to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second.
Motion by Ryan, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next item is our annual business. Item 5.1 is appointing the acting mayor. I will make a motion to appoint Tina into my motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Jessica, seconded by Michelle. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next item is 5.2, city council appointments for 2025. I'm going to pass out the sheets and then I will repeat them for, I have 2 this way. And then Michelle, if you could make sure it gets to Audra, that last one. All right, for 2025, our assignments are for Planning Commission, main will be Councilmember Dunlap, alternate Mayor Stockham. Parks and Recreation, Councilmember Lund, alternate Councilmember Tanner. Heritage is Councilmember Tanner, alternate Councilmember Lund. Public Safety, Councilmember Gady, alternate Mayor Stockham. Public Works Subcommittee is Councilmember Dunlap and Councilmember Lund, alternate is Councilmember Gady. Administrative, Mayor Stockham and Councilmember Tanner, with the alternate as Councilmember Gady. Our Otsego Creek Authority, we have not met for quite some time. I talked with Adam about this and we would then appoint if we need to. Does anyone have any conflicts with what you've been assigned? And otherwise, a motion to approve this would be in order.
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
I'll make a motion to approve.
all
I'll
right.
second.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Michelle. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to city council reports and updates. This is the portion, so for Michelle and Corey, for if you have any you'd like to bring up during city council reports and updates, that's not on the agenda, you can. Sometimes we have items and sometimes we do not. I guess I would say, and maybe Adam will cover this too, but during our the Public Works Subcommittee and admin meeting, those are usually during the, so you will be being contacted, which I know Ryan already talked with Adam, but you'll be being contacted about when those dates will be. Usually those are the second Wednesday for the admin meeting and third for Public Works on a Wednesday. Is that correct? Right? Okay. Since we do have a new council, if those days need to be changed, please work through Adam and times can also be adjusted.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, great.
how often is the Heritage Commission that is changed since I've gone, right?
They were meeting for a while, then quarterly,
And then they went to monthly.
then they went to monthly. So they are, and that meeting is now held over at City Hall.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
So it's monthly now.
Mayor, I believe Councilmember Moore's at the, and previous Councilmember Moore's at the December meeting, they're going back to quarterly, so we will certainly let you know.
Okay.
Mr. Taylor.
So does Audra or Katie reach out to them? So just so you can,
Yes, we will send an update if they decide to have another meeting outside of the quarterlies, what they plan for this year.
and I would assume, are they considering January as their first start of the year?
Actually, March will be their first meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Is Tony still the chair for that?
They will be electing new positions.
Okay.
Once we do the interviews and the appointments. So currently, yes. All right, anybody else have any updates?
Madam Mayor, I did have
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Something I kind of wanted to bring up to the council. So at the tail end of last year, the city of Orono had a council vacancy.
Okay.
And they don't have an ordinance to deal with that event. And what ended up happening is it caused a lot of frustration and partisanship in that city. And I think we're seeing the same thing happen at the Capitol. And so what I'd be doing is seeking consensus from the council for to go have staff perhaps draft an ordinance that would deal with, hopefully it never happens, but in the event that there is a council vacancy, that we would have some sort of a transparent process. That would be my desire, is if it should ever happen, we already have the process in place, and I don't think we can eliminate partisanship, but
Sure.
maybe make it a little bit easier.
And I will say from speaking from history, we did follow what was required when we had council members move out of the city. We followed the timeline to make sure that we were, if we needed to have a special election, but those can be very expensive,
Mhm.
open it up to the community. So I'm not sure. I didn't follow Orono, but I would support. Or Dan, do you already have
Mayor,
something?
also had issues with this, with a vacancy where the council went to try and appoint somebody immediately after declaring a vacancy without advertising.
Mm.
It became an issue where now you have 4 council members, 2 members walked out of the meeting so that the meeting technically over and the council couldn't act. So
Hmm.
I think the suggestion to put a procedure in place is a good.
Dave, do you have any comments?
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself, Mayor. I think it's a good idea to have a procedure in place just so it's clear what will happen. There's no argument about how to proceed. I can certainly offer staff some options and recommendations on how to craft that.
Sounds good. We're looking to Adam on this and,
I'm shaking my head. At it, so.
all right.
right.
All right.
Thank you.
Ryan. Mhm. All right. If no one has anything else, then we will move on to staff reports and updates. Item 7.1 is to consider scheduling a special city council meeting for advisory commission interviews. This is Audra taking this one.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
We currently have 13 applicants.
Okay.
And in the past, we've held a separate meeting starting around 5:30. It'll take, we've allowed 15 minutes for each interview in between. Not 15 minutes for each interview and then just one right after another. So is there a day that would work for all the council to do the interviews?
I would say to avoid the meeting nights so that we have like for public safety, like usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. Seen in the past I've worked, but I look to Michelle and Corey to just wait. That way there's no conflict with other nights. What do we have for planning commission, Dad? It's coming up.
Mayor, we probably won't have a planning commission meeting until the second meeting in February, so that would be, I believe it's 17th. It would be the 18th because of President's Day.
President's Day. So
I'm pretty flexible.
Okay.
My schedule.
I could do one. When does it close? It closes next week,
It
correct?
closes next week, next Tuesday, the 21st, 5.
Okay.
We could get interviews set up. I don't know if you're looking, January 28th even works. It's a Tuesday. Tina says no.
I can't make that work either. But I could do the 29th. Are you gone?
I'm out of
That
town
whole
the
week?
rest of January
Okay.
this week.
What about February 3rd?
I'm still out of town. The week of the 10th.
We have city council that, so we could make 2/12 because that wouldn't be fall on a evening where we have 2/11 would be, public safety. So 2/12, what's everybody look like for 2? Okay, 2/13,
Go fish.
2/13.
Do we have to have a full council for interviews?
We try to, yes, because
Historically, since I've been here, we've had a full council.
February 13th.
Yep.
Available?
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Corey.
Yep.
Michelle,
Yes.
February 13th.
All right, Mayor, if I could get a motion then.
What-
we could schedule that. What
What
time?
time?
Starting at 5:30.
I will make a motion to schedule advisory commission interviews for February 13th, starting at 5:30.
Second.
Yeah, look at everybody's excited. All right, motion by Jessica, seconded by Corey. Is there any discussion?
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
Audra, would you remember how many applicants we had last year?
Yes, last year we had 14.
Okay, so it's about the same. Okay.
So we can make it
I
work.
apologize. We had 13, 12.
Oh, okay.
I was looking back.
Okay.
So right now we have 13. Last year we had 14. The year before that, and the year before that, 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I had to look at.
all right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Keep your calendars out. Okay. Item 7.2, consider scheduling a special city council meeting for orientation and training.
Thank you, Mayor. Based on the tight scheduling we witnessed on 7/1, I may default to sending out a doodle to kind of narrow down some of the dates instead of doing this up here at the dais tonight. So watch your emails for a doodle poll on this topic.
I might be able to pull this off, Adam. They all have their phones out.
All right.
And they won't have laptops, so.
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah.
laptops. They don't have laptops.
Okay. But it seems that we're out past February 13th.
What about the next Wednesday? 2/19. It's
Sure.
the day after Park and Rec, so it's not in conflict.
if
about the
that
next
works,
Wednesday?
That saves me a doodle poll.
Brian,
I'm
Tina? Shoot. Oh, it was looking so good. Okay. 219, no. So the whole week you're out?
Yes.
She was like scared to
There's
answer that.
hesitancy
Okay, so what about 226?
We
Following
can make that.
226.
Yep.
Feel like I'm calling bingo. Going once. Does that work for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I will mention to call for the special city council meeting for orientation and training for February 26th. Adam, would you like it at 5:30?
Yes, Mayor.
Starting at 5:30.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, seconded by Ryan. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 7.3, this one should be simple.
Yes, I'll make this a little bit easier.
Okay.
Proposing 6 o'clock on February 10th. That is the night of the normal council meeting, so hopefully you'll all be in attendance at that. So 6 o'clock on February 10th would be staff's request.
That work for everyone? It's before our city. council.
Yep.
All right, I motion to call for the Economic Development Authority for February 10th at 6 p.m.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, seconded by Corey. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same. Motion passes. We did it.
Yay.
Not bad.
All right. We're still on staff reports and updates. Adam, what do you got?
Mayor, just one short one for me tonight. City offices are closed next Monday, the 20th, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday.
Okay. Audra,
Thank you, Mayor. I have no updates.
all right. Dave,
No updates. Thanks, Mayor.
Dan,
Wanted to note that Wright County and their consulting engineers have set a public open house for the County Road 137 project for February 18th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Albertville City Hall. City staff has been working with Wright County on that project. Everything is on schedule, and both that project and Costco will start construction this year. So
great.
Awesome.
Dan, well, does that include like the roundabout and the bridge?
correct.
And
They're going to do it in 2 phases over 2026. They'll start on the section east of I-94 first, but the layout has been generally approved by MnDOT.
is that kind of play into the Costco situation too then?
So the road project all undertaken prior to Costco ever proposing that site. Costco's only
right.
concern has been that they don't want to try and open their store while the roadway's under construction. So
Right.
there's been a higher level of coordination between the county, city staff and developer on that project.
It sounds all gonna jive.
Costco's main concern is they weren't in a hurry to open this project, only making sure the infrastructure was in place as needed.
Dan, can you repeat the time, please, again?
It's 5 to 7 p.m., February 18th.
Thank you. Anything
Thanks,
else?
Nothing.
Okay, Ron,
No updates, Mayor.
great. Daryl's in the back.
Thank you, Mayor. And congratulations to the mayor and the new council members.
Thank you.
Just a few updates. Majority of the contracts for the facility have been returned. I believe there's still a few outstanding, but we're working on finishing those up. May see some activity at the site. There's some electrical infrastructure and also some communication stuff that needs to be moved. So contractors are there. I think right now they're just determining the plan. I don't think they'll actually start moving that stuff until spring. On staffing plan presentation for tentatively for the March 11th Public Safety Commission meeting. Once we finalize that, we'll invite the council to that commission meeting so we can do that presentation. And that's all I have unless you have any questions.
Does anyone have anything for Daryl? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And we have someone here from Wright County.
Hello again.
Good evening.
So 25, there's not many changes to, not any significant changes to the current staff you had for the 24. Little minor changes here and there, mostly on the overnight section, but I'll be here for 2025, and same with the rest of the day shift for most of the day shift from A side and RP. A lot of similar faces to, that know the community. It's been a month and a half or so I'll just hit some kind of highlights that have happened over that time. I just North Star has come up because we had increase in some number of calls. So, and I had just happened to have a informal conversation with the director there. So they have been very fantastic in terms of communication and trying to deal with any problems as they arise. For example, there was issues with trespassing or people wandering off to the west of them. And they since put up a fence along with some other, making it clear for the clients that work there that these are the boundaries, not to cross it. So it basically informs the clients there that don't go beyond this, otherwise there's consequences. And I don't think we have any issues since they have fixed it. So great that they're working with us and not just pushing us up. And I'll have more continued conversation with Amy there on any other issues. But the current issues we've had, couldn't say for sure if it's we're still working through what can get done better. But some of them have been like bad eggs which is unavoidable. So people just don't want to cooperate with the program, so causing issues. Let's see. Recent snowstorm at Otsego turned out pretty good. So not many accidents along 101 city limits. Most of the issues were along 94 and not even in our quarter, more Monticello up towards Clearwater. So and we haven't had zero complaints or had to call out the city or the county to fix any issues in terms of icy roads or anything. So that's good. One thing to comment just on some other stats. So Christmas time, holidays were here and gone, and it's now very cold. So a lot of people inside. So when you see our stats, things like that will increase because that's just the natural habit of this era or this time of the year. And then one other PSA I want to say. So tax season is coming up. So W2s probably haven't even shipped yet, but it's probably a potential reminder at some point to put up maybe on the website about tax fraud, because we get that all every year. It seems to increase with emails and stuff to our residents. So I'm assuming we'll get a bunch of calls on that. Other than that, those are the kind of the highlights I want to point on. We can bring up more stuff tomorrow. Hopefully be available to be here for the public safety meeting. So any questions, comments, and concerns you want me to I'll take note of and bring up tomorrow?
No, that was just gonna be my question, if you will be the one attending the public safety commission.
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay.
So, well,
Perfect.
So.
Okay. And Adam, you noted about the tax fraud getting
I did,
something.
I wrote it down. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
sure.
Perfect.
Just one of the ones I noticed. I'm trying to think of more PSAs for your citizens to be aware of.
Yeah.
So.
We'll have communications person put it out. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone else have anything? Otherwise, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Ooh. Which one's gonna? I feel like it was Tina. I'm gonna
I'll
go.
second.
I was gonna let Corey be the second, Ryan, but we'll give the motion to Tina, and since you did say second, you will second the motion. So is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. The meeting is ended. Thank you all for attending. Council, the newly sworn in, we're gonna take a picture and then we'll add in the other council right down here. All right. For attending online and in the audience.